Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our first session of today. The first session to kick off STEP is all about you. It's all about your behavior towards online payment. And the panel we have is Ronaldo Mouchawar from Souq.com, Omar Soudodi from Payfort, and Sirish Kumar from Telr. So let's start with quick facts to kick off the panel. As you see, this is courtesy of Payfort. These are 2014 numbers. So these already are very conservative numbers. We're talking about an increase of 400% year-on-year growth. We're talking about 20 million growth in Arab internet users in 2004 to 141 million internet users in the Arab world. 3.6 million out of the 7.9 million users online in the UAE buy online, and 3.9 million out of 15.6. However, we still have 80% of transaction still currently done through cash on delivery.
COD is still a big part of how consumers shop, and I think it's more access, security, and just convenience. Over the last 2 years, and I can speak for Souq, we've managed to bring delivery down to almost a day in many of the big cities. We cover 24 cities with our own logistics to kind of make sure that we do have this expedited service. And even with those, we see about 50% of transactions still being COD. So logistic and speed is part of it. Trust and accessibility to cards is the other half.
Obviously, you're looking forward to move to a cashless society. You'll be richer, you'll be happier, I'm guessing, and the business is going to grow. Tell us a bit about how do you see the trend moving, and how long do you think it's going to take for us to be at par with more developed ecosystems?
The total consumption in the UAE, 70% of it is cash, and 30% of it is on credit cards. So what's happening online is basically just mirroring what's happening offline. So you're right, we need to move into a cashless society, but that's not going to be overnight. That's going to take years of adoption, but the region is a very young region where 50% of Arabs are under 25 years of age, so they all adopt online payment, they all adopt mobile payment, they all adopt bank accounts.
Sirish, do you think there is a reason, or how does the culture of online payment varies between industries, and why so?
To answer your question very specifically, if you look at verticals, it depends upon which vertical started doing more online business first. That's one. Second is that if you as a merchant, when you're starting your own business, I would always recommend you to limit the number of options related to cash, because as you give those options, then for you to pull back from that option becomes very difficult. It also comes back to what are you offering your consumers in terms of adoption, and in terms of also seeing that the cost of doing that transaction is completely contained, because the more cost you do for doing a transaction with buyer, then it becomes very difficult for you to sustain the business.
I have a question regarding the Bitcoin. What do you think about the future of Bitcoin?
I'd like to say Bitcoin is a toddler that is, was born and now is, started to walk around, and it's hitting things and it's grabbing phones and it's breaking stuff, but eventually that toddler will, get up and start running.
We'd like to get a round of applause for our panel. Thank you very much for being here.